Heard exclusively on the Tom Joyner Morning Show.
Watchman!
His name is
Watchman!
Al Sharpton.
I got it! Hey!
From New York, Reverend Al. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. And as we watched on yesterday, the United States Justice Department announcing that they would not bring federal civil rights charges against George Zimmerman in the shooting and killing of Trayvon Martin, it brought back to mind that in December 13th of last year, just 2.5 months ago, when we had the big march, tens of thousands in Washington, and Trayvon's mother, Sabrina Fulton, helped us lead that march, we raised the question of judicial thresholds. I'm trying to get the right legal term. Jurisdictional thresholds, which gives what qualifies as a federal case. Unless we change that legislation, we end up where we are in terms of the Trayvon Martin case. Clearly, I'm disappointed. Clearly, I'm sure the family is. But clearly, the Justice Department cannot go beyond the laws as is written. As we fight these fights and continue to fight the fights from Staten Island to Ferguson, we must change the threshold that you qualify a federal civil rights case for, or we will keep having these moments of activism that end up with cases being disappointed. Well, the threshold is that you've got to be able to establish these set principles in order to qualify a civil rights case. Can you prove intent? Can you have more than one witness? Can you prove that race was a factor? If you lower the threshold where you can say if the results are race-based, if in fact there is enough evidence whether they're witnesses or not, whatever is lowered to, it makes it possible for what is a state case where clearly Trayvon was tried in the state, could also be a federal civil rights case without an impossible bar to reach. I think in like the case in Staten Island, the strength we have there is you have a videotape witnesses and it was a policeman. You got to remember, Zimmerman was not a policeman.
But you told me back in the day that it was clear that Trayvon's civil rights were denied because he was trying to go from the store to the house, and George Zimmerman stopped him, denying him his civil right
of passage.
Go from one place to another.
His civil rights was violated. His civil right, he had the civil right to go from one spot to the other. The question is the threshold the federal prosecutors had to reach to prosecute that. Where's your witness that say he was stopped? Where is the intent to prove that Zimmerman did it because of his race? That's the threshold. There's no question he's dead. There's no question that his civil rights was violated in terms of passage. But how do you successfully prosecute it? That is where I was disappointed they didn't go. But their explanation is they've got to reach the threshold for prosecution. And I'm saying that we cannot lose this moment without dealing with the threshold, or we're going to get disappointed over and over.